Hello guys, a very warm welcome to all of you. So we are here to discuss a very important topic right now. We are here to discuss that how to approach the English section, the examination overall on the 4th of September for your NDA paper, that is but obvious. Well, look students, we must understand something. When you are going into an examination, you're not just a student. You must behave, think, and act like a warrior. A warrior is a person who knows where does his strength lies, where does his opportunity lies, where does his weakness lies. A warrior is a person who is very clear with his strategy that he has to take along with himself in the battlefield. So I'm not saying that you literally have to get into a fight with someone, but we need to have the intensified mindset of a warrior. What that will do is, it will just make sure that if you are being able to put 100%, 80%, 90% of your concentration, then it will make sure that you are using your concentration to the optimum level on that very day in those certain hours. Now, I'm here to discuss one of the most important section of your NDA examination, which is your English. I'm here to discuss with you NDA GAT section of English. Now what happens, we must understand something, that English is a kind of a subject that can be taken care of if you work really hard on it, okay? There are certain subjects, let's say a subject in general studies. There are certain subjects that are beyond our capabilities to be prepared thoroughly and covering all the syllabus, every bit of information. But that is not the case with English. The reason why I say this is because English is a section where I have seen students consistently scoring above 40, 45 questions correctly. And that is exactly what is expected of you. Now, I would like to share something with you. We need to understand that we have 50 questions in our paper for NDA English. Back yourself to clear at least 45 questions correctly. Back yourself. Train yourself in such a way that you have the competence to get 45 questions correct out of 50 questions. And I'm not saying that you should get 45 questions correct. I'm saying if you aim for 45 plus, you're going to fall in and around 40 plus. That's what the reality of the situation is. I mean, ऐसा तो होता नहीं है ना कि कहीं हमने जो aim किया है exact हम उतना ही achieve करते हैं. Whatever we aim, we either achieve over it or under it. So when we are aiming for 45 plus, what we are doing is we are not giving us a chance to fall below the bracket of 40 marks. That's what we need to understand. Also, I would like you to understand a very important factor. It is one of the most scoring subject for you in your NDA. It will give you a chance to score at least 40% of your entire cutoff if you are able to score well in your English. It gives you an opportunity to enhance your chances of clearing the cutoff, and not just clearing the cutoff, but clearing it by a good margin. And when we clear it by a good margin, we obviously are a lot comfortable when the merit list comes out. There is one very important thing, another important thing I would say that I want you to focus on. अक्सर क्या होता है, if we look closely at the distribution of our English section, then what happens? We have around 5 idioms and phrases, 5 antonyms, 5 synonyms, comprehension, close comprehensions, and fill in the blanks. Now, the reason why I have not ticked the last section, spotting error, is because I want you to understand something about 2 sections, which is comprehension and spotting errors. Because of the structure of the paper and because of the kind of questions that these are, a question from idioms and phrases, antonyms, synonyms, close comprehension, and fill in the blanks will not require a lot of concentration from you. These are primarily information-based questions. If you look at these 3 sections, these are primarily information-based questions. Information-based questions का मतलब है कि या तो ये आपको आता है या तो आपको ये नहीं आता है. तो उसमें क्या होता है, when we are answering factual facts, factual information questions, then our mind is not being highly concentrated on the paper. इसकी वजह से क्या होता है, कॉम्प्रीहेंशन और स्पॉटिंग एरर को सॉल्व करते वक्त जो लेवल ऑफ कॉन्सेंट्रेशन होना चाहिए एक स्टूडेंट का, वो लेवल ऑफ कॉन्सेंट्रेशन नहीं हो पाता है. एंड हेंस वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस दैट when you are approaching these sections that are factual, that are based on information, you might have a tad low concentration that works for you fine. But when you are solving comprehension, close comprehension, and primarily spotting errors, you should be very high on your concentration. क्योंकि मैंने अक्सर ये देखा है that the students commit the mistake of the fact that they know they have studied a rule of grammar, they have practiced the question based on it, but because of lack of concentration, they are not able to get the answer correct in their examination. These sections, your paper will be divided primarily into these sections. These are static information sections, so you need to work as hard as possible on them, jitna ho sake. And these are sections based on the level of practice that you put in while you are preparing for your paper. While ending this small video, while ending this small interaction with you, I would just like to share one last point. When you are solving your English paper in your NDA examination, just make sure that you are marking your answer only when you are 100% sure of it. Because the UPSC will try to get you in a fix by giving two options that are very close to each other. So don't just be very reactive while solving your paper. Don't solve your paper based on your reaction. Solve your paper based on your knowledge, putting that knowledge along with your correct process of going through a question, reading the answers and being very sure of the answer, and then marking the answer. So this was a small tip that I wanted to share with you people. And on that note, I'll be ending this video. Thank you guys.